Hey everyone, and welcome to our 85th or 86th, I don't know if I got that right, episode of Brew Talk with Mr. Beer. My name is Robert Lewis. I will once again be your host for today's show. As always, we appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in and watch all of our previous 84, 5-ish odd videos, whatever we've done. If you want to reference our notes for this video or any of our past videos, you can find those on our blog page, mrbeer.com/blog. You can also find a bunch of written blog posts on there. All of our previous videos that we can be found on there as well, or they can be found on YouTube. Is probably the easiest place to find them. You may watch them on Facebook or Instagram. They are on there. You just got to scroll through the feed to find them. So it might be a little bit of a pain, but head over to YouTube. You can see them all there. We got some other brewing videos and stuff like that. And hopefully we'll be able to do some more brewing videos for you guys in the new year here in a couple weeks. Today's topic was something that I saw in Facebook group a little while ago. Is there a difference between using carbonation drops and regular sugar? A lot of people love carbonation drops and others kind of don't use them. They just use sugar or dextrose, whatever they feel like doing. So I thought it was a good question just to put out there and answer. It should be a quick episode for you with that one. So the short answer to this is really no, you're not gonna be able to tell the difference between the two, or at least it would be extremely difficult to tell the difference. I mean, maybe if you were a Cicerone or some type of professional beer drinker, you could be able to notice slight differences in, maybe carbonation levels or added flavors or stuff like that. But it's such a small amount of sugar that you're adding to the bottles, it's not going to have a big impact on your beer one way or the other. So if you're using carbonation drops or just table sugar, you're not going to really notice anything. And the main reason for the carbonation drops, why we love using them and why we recommend them to all of our customers, just because they're easy to use. If you're bottling in our Mr. Beer 740 milliliter bottles, just use 2 drops per bottle and that's it, you're good to go. They're very easy to drop in there and start filling up your bottles, and that's it. If you're using table sugar or granulated sugar, you got to measure it out, obviously, to be able to do that. I know other people use like sugar cubes, stuff like that as well, so you have an easier way, but the carb drops work really well. They're relatively inexpensive. They make bottling super easy, so I think it's a good way to go, and the no measuring part helps out a lot. We have heard in some cases that using carbonation drops can kind of help with head retention, because they're not just pure like table sugars, they got some extra stuff in there. So some of that stuff kind of help with keeping the head retention in the glass, but it's really hard to tell. I mean, I think if you were doing a side-by-side taste test of 2 fully carbonated beers that were bottled, one with carb drops, one with sugar, I think it'd be really hard to tell a difference. I mean, we haven't actually tried that. And actually, we tried it a couple of years ago in the office, but I can't remember what the difference is, but it's very minute. Like, so you're not going to be able to tell the difference. So I think it's just like a matter of perception of what you enjoy doing better and what works best for you. But I think like we can all agree on that carbonation drops are pretty awesome. They make the bottling process super easy. We recommend using them to everybody, which is an awesome thing. So like I said, it was a quick episode for you this week, but I thought that was an important question that we hadn't answered before, so I thought it'd be something that would be good for us to put out there. If you enjoyed this video, we really appreciate if you give it a like, a comment, or a share. It means a lot to us. Make sure you are following us on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We're just at Mr. Beer, pretty easy to find. You can stay up to date, on all of our new recipe releases, brewing tips on there. We post our promotions on there as well, so you can see when our sales are going on if you don't get them into your email, so that's something to do. And if you want to learn more about brewing with Mr. Beer, or hang out with a group of awesome Mr. Beer brewers, join our Facebook group, Mr. Beer's Brewing Society. Just go to Facebook and search Mr. Beer's Brewing Society. We ask that you answer 3 questions and we'll let you in. We usually let people in like once or twice a week. We try to let people in batches, so that way we can give everybody a nice warm Mr. Beer welcome to the group, and they can ask all their questions and we get some answers going and stuff like that. So it's going to wrap it up for this week. Hope you guys are having a great holiday season so far. Again, keep an eye on your inboxes as we got all kinds of promotions going on, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Cheers.